Hi guys, a very good morning class 5. How are you guys doing? All of you, wish you all best of luck, that you're staying safe and being at home and taking care of yourselves and studying as well and having fun. So you have to have fun, you cannot always study. So I'll just begin with the notes which I shared with you so that it's going to be easy for you. We were in the seasons for chapter 3, right? So I have the book here also with me, and what I'm going to do is I'll just go through once again just for a brief review. The first part of the movements of the earths and their effects which we had, and how it happens, how it goes around, how things rotate and how its revolution goes around. Okay. Then we come to the seasons, and then we have this chapter done. I have given you the question answers also. You must have solved the questions. You have fill in the blanks in the book. You should do it yourself, and you have the match the followings as well. You can do it. You have the choose the correct answers. You can do that. The main issues, the question answers I have helped you out with. So you can check into that. And I just want to share with you is that like spring, what spring begins with? It begins with the vernal equinox on the Thursday, March the 2020, the list which I gave you. And the next one is in most cultures, including of all Western countries, the year is commonly divided into 4 seasons as per we know. One is spring, summer, fall of autumn and winter. Now what are the 6 seasons also we have? We can name them as spring, autumn, winter, summer, monsoon and prevernal seasons. Explanation is in a year the 6 seasons divided the 12 months equally. So are you clear till here? What are the 6 seasons in India? Spring season is Vasant Ritu, which we know. Summer season is Grishma Ritu. Monsoon season is Varsha Ritu. Autumn season is the Sarad Ritu. And pre-winter season is the Hemant Ritu. And winter season is the Shishir or Shita Ritu. My Hindi is bad. So anyways, if I am made a wrong pronunciation, please forgive me for that. Like what are the 4 types of weather? We have the types of weather are sunny, cloudy, rainy, windy and snowy. Okay. What months are in each season? That also I have given you the explanation. These seasons are defined as spring, March, April and May. Summer is June, July, August. Autumn is September, October, November. Winter is December, January, February. So we have all the 12 months, 3 months each, 4 seasons each. Okay. The Earth's axis is slightly tilted in relation to its orbit around the Sun. This is why we have seasons. How exactly do seasons work? In most cultures, including all Western countries, the year is commonly divided into 4 seasons, as we per know: spring, summer, fall of autumn, and winter. Okay. So how does this actually work? Since the year has got 12 months, each season lasts about 3 months. Just now I showed it to you. I explained it. However, the dates when the seasons begin and end vary depending on how you ask. 2 methods are commonly used to define the dates of the seasons: the astronomical definition and the meteorological definition. Okay. Now, what about about the astronomical season? The astronomical definition uses the dates of equinoxes and solstice to mark the beginning and the end of the season. Spring begins on the spring equinox, summer begins on the summer solstice, fall of autumn begins on the fall equinox, and the winter begins in the winter solstice. So I had explained these to you earlier. I am just going through these. So these are the basic fundamentals I have given you about the season. Okay. Now, why is it called a vernal equinox? In the northern hemisphere, the March equinox is called the vernal equinox because it signals the beginning of spring. Vernal means fresh or new, like the spring. The September equinox is again called the autumnal equinox because it marks the first day of fall of autumn. Okay. Now, what are the differences between equinox and solstice? This also I have explained to you. In simple terms, equinox represents a day with equal duration of night and of day and night, March 21st and 23rd September, and thus we have a spring and a fall equinox. And solstice refers to a day with either the longest day, June 21st, also called summer solstice, or the shortest day, 21st, as referred to as winter solstice. Now, what does solstice literally mean? The word solstice is derived from the Latin sol and sister, because at the solstices the sun stands still in declination, that is the seasonal movement of the sun's path comes to a stop before reversing its direction. In many cultures, the solstice marks either the beginning or the midpoint of winter and summer. What does the word solstice and equinox mean? The term equinox, like solstice, find its origin in Latin with the roots equus meaning equal, and nox means night, so equal nights. Astronomers define the equinox as the moment the Earth's equator on its axis passes the same plane of the Earth's equator. But its name reveals more of what we experience of this March and September. So this is the amount of notes which I gave you. I am going to add on a few more notes regarding seasons and how it happens. Like basically this is the information we have, and about your book I don't want to go too much into it, so that becomes heavy for you. So as per your book we are going to do this, and whatever extra information I can share with you, I'll share, so that it becomes much more easy for you. So what I'm going to do is we'll just move back into this part. Our Earth we did, continents and oceans, imaginary lines, the latitude and longitude, both the chapters have given you questions and answers, even as for the movements of Earth and their effects. I have given you the information and the question answers solved. Now only thing is that you have to do and learn it. You are in class 5, and I want to also tell you have to do a page of handwriting every day. I have told you earlier also as well, and try to find out new words, write them out. Don't take pressure, don't put too much of load on yourself. Just do it in parts and parts, because we have time. So when the school opens, I am going to surely check. So make sure you do it in any copy of yours, a presentable copy which you can present. Even if you do it on a sheet of paper, suppose you are not able to buy, the shops are closed, you do it on a piece of paper, staple them and bring it. Obviously I am going to check it, so that's not going to be a problem, because as for the lockdown, we understand everyone is in problem. So there is no hard and fast rule that you have to have that copy, but I just need to show that you show me that the work is done. Okay, so we are done with 3 chapters here. It was quite fast. I hope you have understood. If you have not understood, please jot down some messages on the group of Hartford which we have in the school, and please go through these chapters and make sure that you have learned. If you have any problems, or even if you don't have, then also you have to jot down few messages, so that I will be able to help you out. Next chapter which we are going to do in the next class, I will not put pressure, so you just go through these once again, and I will make few more notes. I will put up some more links today, so that it's more easier for you to understand. So I just don't want to put pressure on you for this term, for this class today. I don't want to go to a new chapter. I want to stay into these 3 chapters. Like I'm going to come back with in the next video, I'm going to come back with an explanation. I'll come back with an explanation regarding what? Regarding the chapters which we did from 1 till 3. So I'll just go with a rough explanation part by part, so that it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so make sure, what did I say, you have to do a page of writing every day. You have to take out the difficult words, either which they are in the book, and you have to read. Extensive reading is needed. You have to read. If you don't read and write, while you are writing your notes or while you are writing your question answer, you are having that practice of writing as well, isn't it? So it won't be a problem for you. And secondly, there will be no issues for you to have problems. And then you learn whatever you can grasp, you will take in. Don't have to learn it by heart. First try to understand. If you understand, you will be able to learn properly. That's why I add on links, so that my explanation, my notes plus those links can help you a lot. Okay, so see you in the next video. I'll come back just now.